Hey guys, how you doing today? Dr. Stephen Akintayo here. Of course, we're sought after investment coach and serial entrepreneur. And welcome to another episode of the Billionaire Habit Series, okay? And how many of you have been really impacted by this series that we've been running for a while now? If you have truly been impacted, can you type, I have been impacted, I have been impacted. As you're joining me, tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. Okay, your name and the city that you're joining me from. Okay, your name and the city. I'd like to know you guys. I'm super excited about how, this, event has been life-changing, life-transforming. I've heard countless of, testimonies, and I want you to keep sending them, right? Please keep sending them. I want to know how this has impacted you. I want to know how this series has changed your life. I need to know, and I will put some of them in the book, okay? So some of your testimonies about the impact of this series, I'm going to put in the book. After reviewing the impact of this particular series, we've decided to turn it to a book. And so a book is coming out about this, these habits of billionaires. Again, as you join me, tell me your name, your city, the city you're joining me from. I will also appreciate if you can share this video at least 20 times on Facebook, or WhatsApp, or LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Okay, share. Get everybody in here. I'm also sharing. If you see my phone is here, I'm sharing. I'm getting everybody on board to say, I'm live. Let's have a great time today. Now, I want to say this quickly, and this is very important. This subject, this topic is not popular in Africa, and I know it. What I've been teaching for a while now is not a popular conversation. In fact, some people don't think it's important, yet they want to be rich. Some people are claim to be tired of poverty, but they really are never comfortable with the conversation around wealth. Now, I used to be that way too. I used to be so uncomfortable about the conversation about money, right? I used to, but a time came in my life where I lost the most dear person in my life, which was my mother. And I lost her to ovarian cancer. And it dawned on me, if we're financially better, I will not, maybe she would have lived. That was part of what hurt me the most. Like, as at the time my mother died, I wasn't where I am today. And it was then I understood the power of money and the importance of being financially free. That money can be used to do a lot of good things. And that if you really don't have certain kind of money, right, you will eventually still be a slave to money. That's the funny thing, right? If you don't get the money in the right way, the real right way you're supposed to get money, you will still end up being a slave to money. And you don't want to be a slave to money. And so what you want to do is to understand how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money. And today we want to look at how do billionaires multiply money? How do they do that? As you're joining me, please share this video 20 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Get everybody in here. Okay, get everybody in here. Tell them the eagle is in the building. So today we want to look at the subject of how do you multiply money? How do billionaires multiply money? Okay, and whenever we talk about billionaires, we're looking at people who made money legally, legitimately. I'm not talking of corrupt politicians in Africa or those who are into, illicit wealth. That's not, we're saying people who made it legitimately. How did they multiply their money? Now, my story was that I started a business with 1,000 naira 13 years ago, right? And God has helped me to grow it to a multi-billion naira corporation of course, in Nigeria. We have office in Nigeria, we have offices in Dubai, we are opening our US and UK office this year. Now, we've been registered in the UK and the US for the last 5 years, but we're registering a physical office this year. And I've just felt I needed to teach what I have used for myself as well as what will work for other people. Yeah, engineer Benga just left one of our estate here in Dubai, in Abuja. So we just did a location on one of our estate here in Abuja. Tomorrow I'm going to be showing you our latest estate here in Abuja. Okay, we just got a new estate in Abuja, and I'm going to be doing a video to show you guys. Okay, so how many of you are ready for today's class? If you're ready for today's class, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Remember, as you're joining, tell me your name, your city. Share this video 20 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. On your right hand side, you're going to see Facebook party icon. Click on that Facebook party icon and invite all your friends. Invite everybody. So yes, 2 days ago, we looked at how do billionaires make money. Today, we're taking it further to how do they multiply money. Now, earlier, because this is episode 7. You can go to my YouTube page. You're going to see episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've studied also how billionaires manage money. Today we want to look at how do they multiply money. Now, when we say multiply money, it means you already have the money. So how do you move it to the next level after having it, right? For example, how do you turn a 10 million to 100 million? How do you turn 100 million to 500 million or 300 million or 1 billion or 10 billion? How do you do that? How do billionaires do that, right? Please note that some of these conversations may not be immediately relevant for some of you here, but for some of you at some point it will be relevant, because if you're not yet a millionaire, you and I agree that you need to first learn how to be a millionaire before learning how to be a billionaire, right? But the being a millionaire will still come, right? Some of these principles are relevant to that. But what we want to know is that once you're a millionaire, how do you take it to the next level? Because a lot of people stay in that realm. Some even lose everything they've earned. So let's get ready. Number 1, billionaires, when they are ready to multiply their wealth, they replicate themselves in other people as well as replicate their businesses. So what do we mean? Now, we just opened our Dubai office. Now, a gentle lady called Abisola is the person I've been pouring myself into her, right? Even when we opened the office, I was still in Dubai for a month to have sessions with her. And I kept, helping her to reason the way I reason, so that when I leave Dubai, she can operate the business just the way I will have operated it, right? We're also opening our Abuja office end of this month. Somebody has to run that office. The person has to think like me, right? We're opening our US office this year as well as our UK office. The people have to think like me, right? And there has to be that unconscious decision to replicate me in them. Now, many of us, unfortunately, when we know something, want to hide it. How many of you have that problem? If you have that problem, be honest. Type, I have that problem. A lot of you, if you know something, you don't want to teach it. You don't want anybody to know. You say that your trade secret. If they know, they will not need you. And this is why many people never scale. And for you to scale, you have to replicate yourself. You have to. There's a dimension of what you know and who you are that you must pour in other people, if those people will represent you well and do what you're doing. And for you to scale stuff, you have to do that. One of those that I respect the most in this area, in Nigeria, is Tony Elumelu. I don't know if you know Tony Elumelu. If you know Tony Elumelu, type, I know Tony Elumelu. By the way, guys, share this video 20 times. This is Africa's most sought-after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. We're teaching how billionaires multiply their money, right? I don't know if you know Tony Elumelu. If you know him, type, I know Tony Elumelu. By the way, in Nigeria, Tony Elumelu is the youngest of his peers, right? The likes of Tony Elumelu are Jimovia, who is quite older than Tony. Dangote, who is quite older than Tony. Maybe Otedola, who is also quite older than Tony. Right? Tony Elumelu is the youngest of those guys at that level in terms of wealth in Nigeria here. But one of the powerful secrets of Tony Elumelu, right, is his ability to replicate himself in people. Okay, Tony Elumelu still has one of the amazing entrepreneurship secret that needs to be looked into, right? He does not struggle to have good, competent, amazing people working with him. Okay, he does not struggle with that. And you see, that is a skill, and you have to learn it. If you want to continue to multiply your money, you have to learn it. I believe a time will come. The way Tony Elumelu is going, he most likely at some point be the richest black man after Dangote. I strongly believe that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of Tony Elumelu's ability to replicate leaders. Okay? Replicate leaders. Replicate, and great leaders for that matter. Amazing people. And he's started another version of it with the Tony Elumelu Foundation and the grant that they're giving people and things like that. He knows how to look for great leaders. He knows how to deploy them. He knows how to engage them. And he knows how to get them to do the work. So if you're going to replicate your money as a billionaire, if you're going to grow your money to a level, if you're going to replicate, if you're going to multiply the money that you have, the secrets that billionaires use, they replicate their businesses, they replicate themselves in other people. So let me give you a practical example. Now, I started GTEx Homes, right? Now, what happens is I need to produce more GTEx Homes, right? So now we have GTEx Homes Dubai. Somebody has to manage it. I'm not omnipotent, omnipresent, right? Somebody, I have to replicate myself in someone, and they run it and think and act the way I will have run it if I were sitting there in Dubai. We're opening GTEx Homes USA, right? The person who run it has to be able to think, has to be able to work and do things just like I would have done it. Else the GTEx Homes USA won't be that successful. We're opening GTEx Homes UK in London. The person who run it has to be able to think, act, right, the way I will have. So my own ability as a billionaire, okay, to replicate, to pour myself in other people, to open them up to the level of what I know, what I think, and how I think, it's very key. And if I don't open them up to that level, it's going to be difficult for me. Even though I'm not the one running that business, I'm not going to be able to keep replicating and enjoying that level of success. So it's quite difficult, but it's achievable. Because the two jobs you're doing here, you're replicating the business, you're also replicating yourself in other people. They act, they think, they behave like you. Now, every great businesses, that's one of the things you notice about them. Look, how many of you know Apple? How many of you know Apple, right? Everybody should know Apple, but let me still ask you. How many of you know Apple, right? Apple Corporation, for example. Do you agree with me that there's no major difference between Steve Jobs and Tim Cook in terms of leadership since the time Steve Jobs died? If you agree, type I agree. How many of you agree with me, okay, that there's no much, difference between, okay, okay, guys, I'm not hearing from you. Is it from my end? If you can hear me, can you type, I can hear you, I can hear you. Now, so for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I love a very engaging class. I feed off your energy. In fact, technology is quite funny. So if you don't comment, if you don't talk, sometimes I don't even know you're here, right? So please engage me. When I ask a question, answer. Type something. Show me some love. Let me know you're getting value. If you've shared this video 20 times, type it. Let me know that you've shared the video 20 times. It's very important that I get to engage you guys, as that's how I even know you are here, and that's how I'm able to have some of the best conversations, okay? So please, as you're joining us, I would like you to share this video at least 20 times. I'm Dr. Stephen Akita, Africa's most sought after investment coach, entrepreneur. I started our business 13 years ago with just 1,000 naira. And we've grown to a multi-billion naira corporation. And all I'm just sharing what I've used over the years to get to where I am. And I'm very hungry teaching these things because I realized that one of the biggest problems we have in Africa is that our billionaires do not teach their secrets. Do you know that Otedola just finished his book after how many years, right? And it's not even launched yet. Dangote doesn't have a book. Okay, I've written 35 books, right? So I realized that billionaires are not teaching, and this is one of the reasons why we're struggling. Jay Clint has shared this video 20 times. God will honor you, James. God bless you. Thank you. I'm grateful. Each time you share this video many times, you have honored me, because my vision is to raise 10 million millionaires, right? Particularly from Africa. I believe the reason for our poverty is here, up here. And that the first revolution that Africa needs is mental revolution. We need a revolution in our minds. That is how will things change. By the way, one of the things that somebody sent me a mail. I'm going to be teaching about, the next series is going to be Billionaire Habits, okay? Billionaire Protocols is going to be the next thing. If you really want to get a billionaire, get through to their PA. Okay, many of us have missed it. And again, I'm saying these are a bit abnormal to what you know. And the reason is because many of us have never really met people who made money legitimately, right? If you meet someone who made money legitimately, they are extremely tight schedule people. There's so much for them to do. They're not everywhere, but there's so much to do, even in their closet. So they don't handle their itinerary. People around them handle their itinerary. So best way to reach them, get through their PA. You will get things done faster. I spoke at an event today, right? The young man was very shocked that I came to his show. And after the show, he just started bombarding me with messages on Instagram. When can he come to my office? When can he come and see me? I said, look, I only came on your show because my PA asked me to do so. I don't know you. She just say, boss, this is your itinerary. And I followed the itinerary. Right? So I say, if you wanted to come to my office, right, talking to the same PA that made me to come on your show will definitely help you book an appointment. So we need to understand certain protocols, right, that gets things done faster. When I want to meet certain kind of people, I don't bother, them, because I know I go around people around them. Some of them is their wives. Some of them is one old staff that has worked with them before. Some of them is somebody that knows them very well, right? So it's very, very important that these are protocols that some of us don't even know. So today I can see Buhari. I can assure you, I may see Buhari right now, and I may not talk to him, right? Because I know if I really want to see Buhari, I need to go through the chief of staff. That's the way it works. Ashiwaju Kemisola has shared this video 23 times. God will honor you. Thank you for sharing. So number one way billionaires multiply their money, right, is that they replicate themselves in other people as well as in businesses. Somebody said PAs are very strict. Trust me. Yes, then find your way around them. That's part of the secret you need to learn. It's part of the secret you need to learn about life. Okay, listen, you don't, for example, you say you care about Stephen Akintayo, and then my wife comes to my office, you don't greet her well. You're joking. You don't care about me. Because if you care about people, you care about the people around them. Many people want to access me. They call my PA and they are rude. There are people they call gatekeepers. You better respect them. Let me say this, for example. In my office, there are two people that are very important to me, even more than some highly placed people. My gate man and my driver. Okay? I'm very conscious that those people are okay. Very, very conscious. They earn salary. Yet, each time I do bursary, I'm always telling my PA, make sure you are the children of my drivers, you are the children of my security men. And these people are also important, really, because you will be a foolish man not to take those kind of people seriously. I just went to one of our estate, right? And they just told me, I don't even know the guy. I say, oh, that's the security guy here. And I said, give him money, right? Because, and that's why some of us don't go far. I will teach this under honor, right? Many of us have lost great opportunities because we just don't know people to honor. We think the only people to honor is big men. You better honor the people around big men and you go far. Okay? So, can we go ahead? Should I go ahead? If you want me to go ahead, type go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. So number two, way rich billionaires multiply their money is by giving. Okay? Is by giving. Number two ways that billionaires multiply their money is by giving. Can everybody type by giving? Also, let me type the first point. The first point, billionaires multiply their money by replicating themselves in other people and replicating their businesses. Everybody help me type that. Number two, because I need you to always help me type the points. Number two, billionaires multiply their money by giving. Yes, by giving. Funshaw has shared this video 29 times. Wow! God will honor you, Funshaw. Thank you so much for helping me reach my goal of raising 10 million millionaires. Okay? Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So number two is billionaires become richer by giving. You say, how? You see, the concept. I learned this from MQ Abiola. MQ Abiola says this. This is my palm. Can we all see my palm? If you can see my hand, can you type, I can see it. Okay? And now, I want to give this hand something. I want to give this hand something. I want to give this hand something. Now, can you see the hand that is giving this other hand? Where is this hand that is giving the second hand? Come on, guys. Talk to me. Engage me, everybody. Talk to me. Now, I want to give this other hand something. Where is this hand that is given? This hand that is given, where is it? I want somebody to type the answer. This hand that is given, where is it? The one dropping this chapter, where is it? On top. On top. The giving hand is always on top. The giving hand is always on top. This is how billionaires get richer. This is how they multiply their money. They are always on top. Let me give you an example. And it's very powerful. I heard Tony Elumelu today. I don't know why I just keep mentioning Tony Elumelu today. So, Tony Elumelu said something powerful today. The African Union gave him a diplomatic passport that allows him to visit all parts of Africa. Okay? All parts of Africa. Doesn't need visa anywhere in Africa. By the way, another Caribbean island gave Tony Elumelu another diplomatic passport. Now, this is very powerful statement, guys. You need to hear this. Very powerful. Why did African Union give Tony Elumelu a diplomatic passport? Who can guess? Why? Come on, somebody talk to me. Why did African Union give Tony Elumelu a diplomatic passport? Who can guess? Right? There are a lot of other billionaires, some even probably richer than Tony Elumelu. Why did African Union give him diplomatic passport? Because of the Tony Elumelu Foundation and the impact it has made on different African countries. When they do Tony Elumelu Foundation, the $10,000 grants that they give is not just for Nigeria to Nigerians alone. They give it to different people from all parts of Africa. And this single gesture has made other countries to say, no, we need to treat this guy. Is our representative. In fact, many of you may not know the level of power that Tony Elumelu has in the African continent. Some presidents do not have it. Tony Elumelu does webinars and hosts head of states in Africa as if he's just hosting businessmen. The guy is at another level. Okay? And these are some of the advantages of giving. What it does is called social capital. Can everybody help me type social capital? Social capital. Everybody come and help me type social capital. Okay? Can everybody help me type social capital? Now, what giving does is that it helps you to gain social capital. Now, this is what social capital does, and a lot of people don't even understand how powerful social capital is. What others struggle to get when you have social capital, they beg you to get it. Now, because of this Tony Elumelu Foundation thing that he's doing, what is happening now? Usually, you want to expand your business in Africa, you struggle. You have to, go through processes, protocol. You have to, you just like the typical guy. Now, what is happening right now, because of just the philanthropist gesture of Tony Elumelu, countries, presidents are begging him, Tony, why not bring UBA to Uganda, to Malawi? Dr. Tony Elumelu, please can you bring your power project to this country? Please can you do this? They are begging. What others? We have to go through protocols, do all that. They are begging. So social capital, and this is very powerful. Billionaires get richer by giving. Some people even think most billionaires give because maybe they are nice. No. Sometimes it's even better. It helps their businesses. It makes your business grow faster. Some people will do. I know people who said to me, Dr. Stephen, I bought into your real estate company when I saw that you do charity. You pay tuition fee of orphans. When I saw some of them, I was moved because I know whatever business I do with you, a portion of it is helping the poor. It's as good as I've just given to charity, but this time around is better because every investment I do with you, I'm getting profit. But I'm more comfortable because I know a good portion of what I've given is still going to the poor. Right? So, where giving is one of the ways billionaires get richer. So I laugh a lot of times when people say to me, rich people don't give. I laugh. You just don't know. Some do privately, some do it publicly, but they do. Many don't tell you, but they do. They have budgets. Some don't put it on TV because it's just their belief system. Now, please remember, I say rich people. Now I'm talking about people who made money legitimately. I'm not talking of corrupt politicians. Anytime on this show, we say rich people, we mean they worked hard for it. They started their business. They made legitimate money, not those corrupt politicians we see in Africa. So anytime I'm teaching to different set of people, and I'm referring to a different kind of people. How many of you are getting value, by the way? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on, guys. By the way, how many of you like my cap? Alhaji Stephen Akintaya. Come on. Today is not doctor. I'm Alhaji. I'm in Abuja, so I have to, dress like an Abuja man. How many of you like my cap? Alhaji Stephen. By the way, I was born in the north. I was born in Maiduguri, so don't be surprised that I look like a northerner. Okay, because I'm quite one. Now, if you're getting value, type I'm getting value. Please share this video 20 times on Facebook or WhatsApp or LinkedIn. Share across all social media platforms, okay? On your right-hand side, you see Facebook party icon. Click on it and start inviting people to join us. So number 2, billionaires multiply their money by giving. Giving is living. How did I get my first 30 million breakthrough? I did a 21-day fasting. My church, we do 21-day fasting to start the year. And after the fasting, the pastor who coordinates us, because it's a big church, so you have smaller pastors, then you have the founder. The pastor who coordinates us said something. He said he was led to say, as many of us that can afford to do it. I mean, this was many years ago, and trust me, I wasn't where I am now. The person said, if we can empty what's in our personal account to our founder, the founder of our church, if we can do it, that is led, he believes some of us will experience some unique breakthroughs. And, I was foolish enough to do it. It was 25,000 naira that I can boast of heaven and earth as at that time. And I emptied the account, and there was Sunday service, put it in an envelope, and I dropped it. in the envelope, in the offering basket, and I tag it that this is a seed to the founder of the church I attend. And guess what? I dropped the offering on a Sunday. On a Monday, a company contacted me. I said they needed bulk SMS. And I said, to what tune? And the voice was like a voice of a child. I'm not kidding you. But I've learned never to look down on anybody. Can you type that? Never look down on anybody. Everybody, I want to type that. Never look down on anybody. Never look down on anybody. If you're really going to go far, don't look down on anybody. The voice that was talking to me was like a baby voice. Hello? Hey. And then the person said 30 million. At some point, say, send an invoice. 30 million. Now, you need to understand my predicament. The biggest sales I had made as at that time was, I think, 1 million or 2 million. Biggest ever single sales, right? One-time sales. Then somebody was now telling me to send an invoice of 30 million. And the voice was the voice of a baby. You know, almost like a teenager was talking to you. But you know what? Again, I was foolish. I sent it on Monday. Tuesday, I got a call. We're going to pay. We're on our way to the bank to pay you 30 million naira. Yes, Care. This was 6 years ago. And of course, if you did a single transaction of 30 million and your financial destiny does not change, they are doing you from your village. I don't know if you agree with me. You did a business deal worth 30 million, right? And that did not become the turning point of your life, of your business. Then they need to wash your head in the river. Because obviously there's a demon hurting you. It's called the demon of Agbano, and you are that demon. Okay? For me, no, it's funny, but it's true. It's true. If anybody did a business, 30 million. In fact, I remember when the 30 million entered the account, and I went to the bank, they freeze the 30 million. They said, our account has never received that kind of money. Okay, as a result, they needed me to explain what it was for, blah, 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 blah. So I had to give a lot of evidence before I can have access to my own money, right? Because they said, there are certain alerts that can blow phone. Even the account will shake, boo, boo, right? But since that time, this was 6 years ago, since that time, that was how my life changed. Giving is powerful, but there are 3 levels of giving that I always encourage that you do. Number 1 is giving to your parent. I just built my father a house. It's just a small house, but it's a house. Now, I cannot recall my father paying my tuition fee, really, ever in my life. My mother did all of raising us up. But my father is my father. And one thing my father did is taught us the way of the Lord. My father will never allow you derail from God's way. Taught us how to read the Bible, how to pray and all of that. And for that, I'm forever grateful. Now, whether he financially took care of me or not, doesn't matter. He deserves that I take care of him. Every month, I send him a token. Every month, I send him a token that he can take care of him. So he's still a young man. By the way, my father is in his 60s, late 60s. So I still consider him young because I want to live 120. But the truth is this, I understood the importance of taking care of parents. Now, when my mother died, I adopted 2 women. They are my adopted mother. We're not related by blood, but they were there for me. And as things changed, every month I try to send something to these adopted people, right? It's a token, but it's important. It's a token. It's not, because sometimes when we talk about giving, people think it's about the volume, right? It's not about the volume. Even if it's 1,000 naira you can be sending to your parent every month, watch and see how your life will change, right? Watch and see, okay? Watch and see. Even if it's 1,000 naira, even if it's 500. I remember the first money I ever made in my life. I did a trade fair, right? I organized a trade fair. I bought my mother a wristwatch because my mother was my breadwinner. I said to myself, this woman who worked hard for me, I'm going to buy her a wristwatch with my profit. Okay? And one of the powerful things with that is I never knew my mother would die early. And it still remains one of those things I'm proud of, that at least before my mother died, I was still under her roof. She was still the one paying my tuition. it was my final year, my mother died. But it brought me joy that at least I was buying things for her to the little of what I could afford. Sometimes even our money, but I would still buy something. It's a powerful principle for wealth. The second type of giving you need to do. So first is giving to your biological parent. Okay? It's not about volume. Just make sure something is entering, no matter how little. Okay? God sees your heart. Sometimes I remember at a point, my dad wanted to be doing emotional blackmail. Oh, people see you on social media. Yari, yari, yari. They said, yo, you've, and see how I'm struggling. I said, Daddy, you married a second wife. It was your choice. You had 4 more children. Some of my children are older than my own father's children. Now, so the level of responsibility you brought on yourself in the later years of your life, it was your choice, Daddy. It wasn't mine. Right? So I can only do to the tune of my ability. And so also do it in the right way. Because many of you close down your business because of this, I must help my parent. Do it with moderacy. Because this is called biological, this is called sabotage. Today, the same man that was abusing me, that people see me on social media, I've just built him a house. But if all the little profit I was making in those days, I pump everything and dash my father, I will not have enough to build him a house today. So give, but give to the degree of what you can afford. Let it be between you and God, that God knows you've done your best. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're not doing it for anybody to know anything. It's you to your level, right? Please, and let no uncle, no father sabotage you over giving. But do it, no matter how little. The second giving you should do, okay, is to your spiritual parents, right? If you have people who are your pastors, they pray for you, the church that you attend, you listen to these people. When they say something in service, the mosques you attend. If I'm Muslim today, all my affairs will be collecting money. It's important, right? These people have left other things they could have done, decided to take their time to pray for you, right? They fast. Some of them will come every Sunday. For those of you who are Muslim, every Friday. On Sunday also, for those who attend Nafsfat, these people come, they preach, they help grow your spiritual being. It's important, okay, to make sure that you drop something to your spiritual parent. They're also your parent, right? Your spiritual parent, because they're also some form of spiritual covering over your life. They are some form. You may think, listen, there are some atmosphere you enter and you prosper. Some atmosphere you enter, you go down. Very, very important. Reach out to those who are spiritually responsible for you. It's powerful. Because the more you do, even if they don't see you, even if they don't talk, their spirit man is praying for you. Their spirit man is saying, that guy sent me something. The day you send them food, you send them money. The day they are spending that money, they say, Lord, bless the people who send me this money. And you begin to see unusual growth, right? Number 3 way you should give, and this is very powerful. Okay? Number 3 way you should give, and this is very, very powerful, is you should give to the poor. You want to give to the poor. A lot of us, and unfortunately in Africa, I don't know where we picked that from, but Africans have been wrongly taught that only rich people should give. It's a wrong teaching. Whoever is telling you that has deceived you. In fact, the person who needs to give the more is the poor. It's somebody who is poor that needs to give more. Because let me tell you the reason why we give. We give because we want to be rich. When I'm broke, I give the most. Let me say that again, and you should type that down. I give the most when I'm broke. Because the whole concept of giving is to get more. Let me give you a typical example so that I think this explanation will help you. Now, and this will be very good. You need to listen to this. This is good. This is good. Why do you plant corn or maize or cassava? right? Or whatever. Why do you plant? Okay? Why do you plant? You plant because you need harvest. Is that not true? If it's true, type is true. Why do you plant? You plant because you need harvest. Is that not true? Okay, by the way, share this video 20 times. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share, 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 share. Okay? Share across all social media platforms. Why do you plant? For those of us who are farmers, you farm because you want harvest. When you go, farm with let's say corn that is full of this cob, right? It's because you want to harvest corn that is probably times 20 of this, right? So again, if you are poor, what do you want? A poor man needs more money. So what is a poor man that needs money supposed to do? He's supposed to give. And that's why it doesn't sound logical sometimes, but that's the principle, right? God is not a Democrat. Go check all through the Bible. God has never been a Democrat. In fact, many people God used, they've always had to fight with God, even when God was defending them. Look at the story of Moses, right? Moses, his sister, okay, rebelled and Moses was wrong. You need to go and read that Bible. Moses told the children of Israel that they must not marry the Gentiles, that these people were not Israelites, right? And Moses himself went to marry somebody who was not an Israelite. And the sister complained. And God literally struck her with leprosy. The other guys, the ground opened up and swallowed them. Moses had to rush back to God and say, God, I didn't send you a message. Right? God is not a Democrat. So his ways are not, the way we analyze things, right? But God says, you poor, then give, right? And that's why I laugh sometimes when I see many of my mentors, all my mentors, financial mentors, are richer than I do. And there's none of them that I'm not the one giving them something. There's no one. My financial mentors, right? In fact, there's one of them who is not it's a leadership mentor. I've been listening to him all over for years now, and I needed to host him. And his team sent me a bill that I should pay $50,000 to host him. Okay, and I'm paying that amount. Okay, $50,000, because in my mind I'm saying to myself, you know what? This man has been a leadership coach. I've read all the principles I use in leadership today. I learned from this man. I'm not going to mention his name. So if I now wanted to host him and they're saying I should pay $50,000, of course, it's even a little give back from how much of what I've gained from this man. It's just like me, Dr. Stephen, right? Imagine some of you in future will become a billionaire. Okay? And then you need to do something with me. And then they told you that you needed to pay me $100,000. And are you going to say it's too much? Right? It doesn't make any sense. This man has been a blessing. Some of why I'm here is because of what I learned from this man. You're going to do it. So understand that it's powerful to give to the poor. And give even when you're poor to people poorer than you. Yes. All you have is 10,000 naira. Give somebody 1,000 naira. Give 500. Give 200. Do you know when I started doing charity? I started doing charity as a student. As a student. Go Google my name, Stephen Akitayo, and go down. You're going to see me, okay, 13 years ago, 15 years ago, as a student in Osu. We will go to orphanage home and do project. I was a student when we started helping orphans, when we started giving to the poor. I was a student. My first charity project, it was 3,000 naira I donated, and I gathered 10 of my friends and we all donated 3,000 naira. That was how we started. And God brought me this far because he could trust me with money. One day I was sharing tears. I said to God, God, you know it. If you give Stephen Akita money, you know I will help the poor. I will help people. I was literally crying when I was talking to God. I said, God, and you know it. You know me. And I remember God said to me, relax. This money, you will have it. This money, you will have it. And you have it with peace of mind. Guys, I sleep every night like a baby. No pressure of any kind. I sleep like a baby because I didn't steal anybody's money. I didn't covet. I didn't join politics and take the masses' money. No. So I sleep like a baby because I know everything I enjoy today, I work hard for it. There's nobody I worked for that will tell you that Sivaktayo stole when he was with me. There's not one. Many of them will still tell you that he volunteered for me and he still used his money. Okay? He still used his money. Volunteer though, and in other words, they were not paying me for my work. Yet, I still use my money to put into what they were doing. Yes. My first training mentor, I used my house rent to help him organize the training. He didn't give me back, and I didn't have problem with it. It's a powerful principle. That's how we got here. We didn't get here by luck. We practice certain principles. Okay, are you learning today? How many of you are happy about what you're learning? If you're happy, type, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Come on. If you're happy tonight, type, I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought-after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. I started a business 13 years ago with 1,000 naira and I've grown into multi-billionaire corporation. And I'm teaching, I've started a series called the Billionaire Series. Okay, how do people become a billionaire? What are the things they do? Obviously, it's not what everybody's doing. If billionaires do what everybody's doing, then everybody else will have been a billionaire. It's a different way, it's a different thought pattern. And I've done 6 series already. This is the 7th series. And on this series, okay, on this series, we're having to teach on the powerful principles of how billionaires multiply their money. Somebody's asking me, GVest. Yeah, GVest is a new baby of our company. Okay, we're using it to raise 20 billion to expand our real estate and our agriculture. Yeah, so GVest, yes, is from us. So yes, GVest is from us. Now back to what I'm saying. So today we're looking at how do billionaires multiply their money. Okay, what is the secrets to how they've been able to multiply their money? And we're looking at 7 points tonight. I've shared 2. Number 1, they replicate their businesses and they replicate themselves in other people. Number 2, they become richer or multiply their money by giving, because giving gives them social capital. And I mentioned the 3 types of giving, major 3 types of giving that they do. Number 3, I don't know if you are ready for number 3. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 3. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 3, invest, long-time investing. Billionaires multiply their money by doing long-term investing. And at this point, I'm going to share the story of Elon Musk with you guys. Now, so one of the businesses Elon Musk started was PayPal. How many of you know PayPal? If you know PayPal, type, I know PayPal. I don't know if you know PayPal. If you know PayPal, type, I know PayPal. By the way, share this video 20 times on Facebook, or WhatsApp, or LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Just hit the share button and keep sharing, share. How many of you know PayPal? If you know PayPal, type PayPal, okay? If you know PayPal, type PayPal. Many people don't know, Elon Musk was one of the founders of PayPal. Now, him and his partner, they sold PayPal for $2 billion. Okay, can you type $2 billion? That's the amount they sold PayPal for $2 billion. Now, people didn't know. Now, a lot of people will have made that $2 billion. First of all, some would not have sold it, which wouldn't have been wise. He had to sell it. Another thing is that many will have sold the PayPal and will not have invested long term. So, and this is a crazy thing Elon Musk did. One of the business he then started after he sold PayPal with his partner for $2 billion was Tesla. As at the time Elon Musk started Tesla was promising to start an electric car. Now, it doesn't make any sense because electric car was, in fact, all the big Toyota, everybody has said it's going to be long term. It wasn't, it's not just easy. And this is, let me say this, I want everybody to write this down. Powerful principle. Billionaires do what their mates are not doing today so that they can afford what their mates cannot afford tomorrow. Okay? Billionaires, and this I actually used to say, successful people do what their mates are not doing today so that they can afford what their mates cannot afford tomorrow. But for the sake of this series, is the Billionaire Habit Series. What are the habits of billionaires? One of their habits is that they do what their mates are not doing today so that they can afford what their mates cannot afford tomorrow. Okay? And that's the secret, guys. So, Elon Musk looked at that industry. He wasn't into automobile before that time, but he said, let's invest long term. Yes, it was going to take a long time for you to have such a car, but he did it. Today, we all know Tesla. Tesla is the only car company in the world that I know, that you go to Tesla showroom, you will never, most likely not see a sample car. Okay? You do not go to Tesla showroom and find an already available Tesla car to buy. No. Tesla is prepaid. Can everybody type prepaid? It's a powerful model I've also started using in business that has changed my life. Okay? Powerful principle. Prepaid. So when you want to buy a Tesla car, people don't know. You go to their showroom. You see a laptop, right? And on that laptop, you're going to be able to log in. You see the different type of Tesla car. Then you pre-book, right? And they can tell you that your car will only be available 3 years' time. They can tell you your car will be ready in 5 years' time. They can tell you your car will be ready in 2 years' time. That is how Tesla cars are purchased. Powerful principle. But he did it. Now, billionaires multiply their money by investing into the future. Many people make a mistake of saying, you know what, I want to invest, but now that I have money, I only invest in businesses that are doing well now. Now that I have money, I only invest in businesses that I can see now. That is a mistake. Billionaires, when they have even made money, they will say, what business will be reigning in the next 20 years? Let's go and put our money there. What business will be reigning in the next 50 years? Let's go and put our money there. Our company is, by the grace of God, you know, I've told you, we're going to be, and we've started that journey of becoming the largest green and smart home. Okay? Green and smart home developer in the world. By 2035, we will have, by the grace of God, done 25,000 housing units that are green and they are smart. But you would think that, yes, I'm doing well now, I should, relax. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have started developing Vision 2050. Yes, and that is to be the largest, the largest organic and backwardly integrated farm in Africa. Okay, later you're going to be hearing that with GTEx farm. All of the things we're going to be doing with GTEx farm, everything we're doing, we are processing. We will not one thing that comes out of our farm will not be processed. We will be processing it. So if we're doing cashew, we'll process our cashew, process it to butter, to whatever, to chocolate. We're not interested because one of the biggest reason for poverty in Africa is that Africa never refines our natural resources. And you see, the premium money is on the refined resources, not the raw resources. It's on the refined one. So what do we do in Africa? We will plant cocoa. Cocoa does not grow in the UK. It does not grow in US. But we will export the raw cocoa to America, to UK. They will turn it to chocolate, come and sell it to us, sell chocolate back to us at a higher amount. And yet we are complaining there's poverty in Africa. We don't know that we are doing ourselves, guys. We will refine crude oil in Port Harcourt, in Bayelsa, in all the South states. We will refuse to refine our crude oil. We will ship it out. They will not ship it back to us at a higher price, and yet we will not be paying them more. So until you process and refine that which you have in Africa. You're just joking, guys. You're joking. You ain't gonna grow. So, I'm not gonna go into that, but let's continue. So number 3, you do long term. So for me, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking business is not. So today, they will take me to a land and somebody will say, are you sure you can use this? I said, no, I need it. I need it. I said, well, does it make sense? I said, don't worry. I'll show you one of our estate. You know, when we first started our estate, our first estate, it's called Sapphire Estate in Ikorodu. When we started our estate, we were never able to do inspection to take customers there. It was so much water that we would be from a distance, we'll be showing them that can you see that tree down. That's where our land starts from. That was how terrible our challenges were. We could not even show people directly where our estate starts from. But today, the story has changed. I'll show you the estate now. It's fenced, it's painted. The same place, we couldn't even show people where we were. Right? And this is the secret to wealth, guys. You have billionaires think long term. You would think they would think short term now that they have money. No. The next business they are going to start again is a long one. 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now. And you'll be thinking, is it possible? Are you sure? Can it be done? You watch it. In your lifetime, you see them doing it. That is the secret of wealth. Right? See the estate. We just did a before and after. Can you see the difference? Can you see all manner of water there? Right? Can you see how it looks now? Fenced, painted, looking beautiful. The same place. That's the same place. Billionaires think long term. They don't think, see, the same place. And this was even after it was better. 6 years ago, even the before was not looking like this. We couldn't even near the land. We're just pointing. Our land is there. You have to think long term. If you don't think long term, you ain't going to be wealthy. And this is why you struggle to find wealthy Africans. You struggle to find billionaires in Africa who made it legitimately. You know the reason why? Because we think short term. And that's why many Africans would rather steal government money. Many Africans would rather join politics and begin to steal rather than using their medulla oblongata to come up with a business idea, pursue the business idea till they see it to reality. They would rather take the shortcut. And every form of shortcut is a long term. It's not even shortcut. It's going to lengthen the journey. Okay, let me give you an example. What does it profit a man to join politics and steal government money, only to die as a result of armed robbery on the same, or die as a result of accident on the road he was supposed to have tarred? What does it profit such man? What does it profit a man, okay, to be the governor of a state, right, and build a system that allow people to acquire land legitimately in a processed way, C of O, in a perfect way, right? Only for him to take most of the land for himself because he's the governor. And another new governor come back and demolish everything that he had acquired. What does he profit that man? That's what we see in Africa. Until we begin to build structures, systems, that the son of a nobody can become somebody. So that even we, when we are no longer in power, can also be treated with dignity when that immunity is not there. So, number 3 secret of billionaires and how billionaires have been able to continually multiply their money is by what? Investing long term. They don't do short time. They don't think short time. They're thinking 20 years, 50 years, 100 years. What we will be doing 2050, we already have it on paper. 2050, we have it on paper. It's there. It's written. Okay, 2050. Right? We are gonna be planning before I leave, being the CEO of our company, before I resign or retire. We will have put in place Vision 2000. Yes, as the Lord liveth. Vision 2000. I will hand it over to the next CEO of our company. Vision 2000. I will hand it over. Okay, so because we have to begin to think long term. That's how you build wealth. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children. This is why we don't build wealth. They tell you come and buy land in somewhere. You say, we Lugbe. God forbid. That's a bush. I remember my first time in Abuja. The only developed part of Abuja was Wuse, Metama. Those are the developed part. Okay? Those are the developed part. Ade.tun, stop disturbing me. I should come and buy farmland. 250 acre, 50 acre. That's not how I buy farmland. I sometimes wonder how people think. Right? I sometimes really wonder. Do you think I just pick somebody who just post on my comment and I will go and buy? No, there's a process. And many of us need to start researching. This man teaching, what's the name of his company? You go and check. Probably there's an advert that says, if you have property somewhere, call so number. There are surveyors, there are lawyers, they do those jobs. Before it gets to my table, it will have gone a long journey. Know the commissioner, know the minister, only works in civil service. In real legitimate business, there is a process. There's a process. He's a sharp guy, and I like that he's sharp. I'm just also helping his sharpness. Right? I love that he's sharp, but I'm just helping his sharpness because obviously we pick what I've said now and go and use it. So when you meet certain, because this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't want to come on social media to teach what they know, because they just feel people will start, disturbing them, okay, with, help me, give me money. Do you know that even charity project that we do, I'm not in charge. Next week, we are giving bursary to 100 kids. I don't know, except for my driver and my security men that I told that they should add to the list of those they are giving bursary to. I don't know these people. I don't know. My own is they will give me a list that these are the people that qualify. And I'm giving those people. But I don't know them from anywhere. So you can now come disturbing me, telling me your son is sick, your son needs bursary, you're wasting your time. Find a way to look for those who are in charge. Because if that's what I've been occupying my brain with, it will not be sharp enough to make money. I remember watching a video of a woman who said she had cancer. And I don't know why they sent me that picture. I could not reason for 3 days. My brain was scattered. Because I'm very emotional in those kind of things. So I don't handle those things. Right? If I do, I will not be able to concentrate on growing my business. Some people have been employed. Their job is to say, what are the criteria to give scholarship? What are the criteria to help people? Even our charity, for example, if you tell me now, okay, that somebody is sick, they need money in the hospital, we don't have that project yet. Our project for now is an orphan, a widow, right? That's the project now. A time will come, we expand our budget, and maybe we will now start adding hospital. What I've decided for that one, I want to even build an hospital. And then it's not going to be a free hospital. But what we do is that we have a website that you can go and report the case of your loved ones that you don't have money for. And we'll look at those cases. It could be a heart surgery, it could be this. And then we'll be picking some of them one by one. And I will pay my hospital that this 10 people that need this surgery, I'm paying. Because the hospital still need money to run the hospital. Else the hospital will run down if we are not paying. So I will just be writing the check to say, yeah, the same thing I want to do for my school. I intend to start building schools. I'll build schools. People have to pay to be in that school. But I'll be writing check for certain people to say, I'm paying these people school fees. Principal, take their tuition fee. Because if I now say everybody go to my school for free, how will they have money to pay salary of the teachers? How will they continue to develop that school if I say the school is free? Right? So structure, we need to understand that, again, there are certain things we have been used to because we have always been dealing with all these people who don't have some things upstairs. Or even if they do, their greed has taken over whatever they have upstairs. That's why many of us think everything is always one man, one man. We are building a structure. We're building a company that when I'm long dead, the company will exist, right? And that's what we're building. So we are conscious of structure. We're more bold in trusting people and engaging those people to do the job. Okay? Are you enjoying this class? If you're enjoying today's class, type, I'm enjoying this, I'm enjoying this, I'm enjoying. Come on, talk to me. I need your feedback. Remember, I love your feedback. So let's go to number 4. If you're ready for number 4, type, I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready for number 4, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 4, are you ready? For number 4, you guys are welcome. I can see a lot of you thanking me for today's class and how it's changing your life. You are all welcome. You are welcome. Number 4, okay? Investing in posterity and legacy. Now, one of the ways billionaires, multiply their wealth is to invest in posterity and legacy projects. So there is a couple of such that I'm working on now. A couple of those posterity and legacy projects. One of them that I'm working on is to start building schools. That in those schools we start raising leaders. But in our school, we'll be teaching the subject of money. Yes, I'm going to be launching schools very soon. And in my school, we will start teaching from primary school the subject of money. What is money? How do you make it? How do you manage it? Okay, yes, we'll mix formal education with informal skill, entrepreneurship skill. We're mixing it. That's a legacy project. That's not a project I'm doing necessarily to make money, but that's the project I'm doing to raise the next generation of billionaires and to write my name in the sand of time. That's what billionaires do. Okay, there's a guy, how many of you know him? One of my best billionaire that I admire in the UK. Okay, Richard Branson. Richard Branson is working on a project for people to go on vacation in Mars. Okay, Elon Musk is also doing the same. Now, the reality is that Richard Branson is old already. He's not going to be alive to see the journey to Mars or the journey to the moon on vacation. He's not going to be alive to see that. But those are legacy projects that 50 years from now, 100 years from now, we're going to be saying, sir, are you saying now? Are we together? By the way, he started Virgin Group. There's Virgin Train, there's Virgin everything. Sir Richard Branson vacation, right? Sir, and then you will start reading who is Sir Richard Branson. I'm not sure if you've heard of the name of a man called John D. Rockefeller. If you've heard of him, type I've heard of him. John D. Rockefeller is the first American billionaire. If you've heard of him, type I've heard of him. John D. Rockefeller. I don't know if you have also heard of a man called Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie. If you've heard of him, type I've heard of him. I don't know if you have heard of the man by the name J.P. Morgan. Now, Andrew Carnegie was behind the rail system in the world. He owned at some point over 50% of the rail line in America. He was behind the concept of using steel to do skyscrapers. Andrew Carnegie. Then I don't know if you know the man by the name J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan was behind the banking revolution all over the world. J.P. Morgan. Okay, we also have Thomas Edison. We also have, of course, Henry Ford. These people have written their names on the sand of time. They were the richest people in the world as at their time, but they made sure they did something better than just being rich. They made sure that they did legacy projects. For example, Andrew Carnegie had a foundation that still existed today and doing a lot. John D. Rockefeller has the Rockefeller Foundation. I don't know if you know IITA in Nigeria, for those of you who are Nigerians. IITA is still part of the baby child of John D. Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller Foundation is the main sponsor of IITA. Okay? So years and years and years and years and years, okay, you are still hearing these people's name. The impact is still there. If you go to New York, right, you go to Manhattan. I always go to Manhattan. I tour Manhattan. Anytime I'm in New York, I stay in Manhattan, right? I still walk the streets of the places that John D. Rockefeller built. John D. Rockefeller was the biggest developer of Manhattan at some point. I still go through all those streets, all the land he bought, all the houses he bought. You know, you still have Rockefeller Center, you know, today. So these billionaires, right, multiply. And that's why some of them have a structure where even years after they are long gone, their wealth keep increasing. Some of them even passed on certain great secrets to their own children, right? Great secret to their own children, just simply because they invested while they were alive in legacy project and posterity. Are you ready for number 5? You're ready for number 5? Type I'm ready, I'm ready. How do billionaires multiply their money? Okay, number 5. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Remember, share this video 50 times. Some of you have shared 20 times. Now let's go 50. We've done 20. Let's do 50. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms, let's hit the share button. I'm Dr. Stephen Akinta, Africa's most sought after investment coach, true entrepreneur. I started our business with 1,000 and I've grown into a multi-billionaire corporation today. And I'm teaching on things I've learned, you know, that I've employed and used myself, and things I've learned from other billionaires that I admire, I listen to, I follow. And so I'm teaching today. This is a series, and this is actually a book. How many of you are happy to know that this is a book? How many of you will buy this book? All this thing is actually being transcribed and is a book. It's called the Billionaire Habit Book by Stephen Akinta. So, and that's why please send me the testimony. Send me the testimony, because I'm going to be adding some of you testimony to the book. Okay, the impact of this series to your life. I want to send it to me. So please, let's share this video. My goal is to raise 10 million millionaires before I leave this earth. And that's why I do some of this training for free. By the way, I do a lot of training that I charge. I charge some of my mentorship is as expensive as $20,000. But I put in a lot in the free programs I do, because I know some people need to move from the free dimension. Wow, Edwin shared this video 55 times. Jesus, wow, God bless you. God will honor you. Thank you. I'm really grateful for that. That's a honor. That's a honor. I'm grateful. Thank you, Edwin. Okay, so you're ready, number 5. Number 5, being spiritual and having spiritual mentors. I'm yet to really meet. Now, by the way, let me say this. The fact that somebody is an atheist does not mean they are not spiritual. And I think this is sometimes how some of us make some real terrible mistakes. That Bill Gates does not believe God exists does not mean he's not a spiritual being. He shall believe something exists. That's spirituality, right? A lot of these wealthy people are not religious, but they are spiritual. They are spiritual. I'm not a religious guy, but I'm a very spiritual guy. I have no business with religion. Okay, for example, religion of sitting in church from morning till night, when you are supposed to be distributing your CVs all over Nigeria if you don't have a job. Okay, that's pure religion. Okay, God gave you brain so that he can rest. He gave you medulla oblongata so that he can rest. Okay, medulla oblongata so that he can rest. That's how God did it. My brother, I started my business 13 years ago. 1,000 naira 13 years ago. You should go and do the inflation calculation. 1,000 naira 13 years ago is a lot of money. So, and by the way, I'm no longer at that level. So don't ask me questions like, what business can I do with 1,000 naira? I only know the business you can do without money. And I've taught that in the last class. Go and watch the last class. I taught you how you can start your business without money. Okay? Through referral. Go and meet somebody who has a good product. Okay? And work for them. Tell them you want to market what they sell. And in exchange, they should give you a commission, 5%, 10%. That's how I started. Our real estate, our bulk SMS was with 1,000 naira, but our real estate, I started with nothing. I started by just selling for other people. Okay? And as I sold real estate, they gave me 10%. I was saving that money and I started my own estate. That's how you do it. Okay, but don't come and ask me a question of what can I sell 1,000. How about not starting with any money? Start by marketing other people's product. Get commission and start your product after your own business after you've raised capital. Okay, so number 5. Okay, billionaires multiply their money by being spiritual and having spiritual mentors. And I'm going to tell you how they do this, right? John D. Rockefeller was, I don't know if you know Titanic. If you know Titanic ship, or you've heard about Titanic, type, I know Titanic, I know Titanic, I know Titanic. Come on, guys, talk to me. I don't know if you know Titanic, you've heard of Titanic. Okay? So Titanic, and that's very powerful. Now, Titanic was supposed to be insured by John D. Rockefeller, right? John D. Rockefeller was supposed to insure Titanic ship. They've said that ship cannot sink. In fact, the builder said even God himself cannot sink Titanic. But you know that, of course, it was the biggest disaster. Now, John D. Rockefeller was about insuring it. According to the story I heard, God told him not to do it. You see why we say you need to be spiritual. If John D. Rockefeller were to have insured Titanic, that would have been the end of his wealth. Because the company that did it, the company that actually insured Titanic, crashed and never to rise again. Okay? Because it was, irrecoverable. We're talking about billions as at years and years ago. Billions and billions. How do you ever pay the jewelries, the gold, the compensate all the families that died in Titanic? How do you ever? So when you're not spiritual, you make the wrong decision. Let me say this, all good doors are not God's doors. All open doors are not God's doors. And this is where many of us have failed the most. Somebody wants to give you something. I'm most critical of anything people are giving me for free. I'm most critical. I'm very critical. You just want to give me something for free. I want to ask why, how, where? What's your reason? Right? But many of us say, this is not God, not miracle, not miracle, not miracle. And we've seen diabolic stuff happening. Some of you see money on the road. We've heard stories where people who are diabolic will put money on the ground, people will pick it, and then that's how they've turned to something. With some of you, we see a guy says he wants to put you in his car, and then you enter his car, you don't know what he's put in his car. Particularly those of us from Africa. And people are fall victim. We've seen people just running mad, coming out of a car and they just run mad. These are diabolic stuff that happen because people are not being spiritual. Because every good thing you want to, that's how the devil tempts people. He gives you something, you think it's free, but he's after you. Wow, Dennis has shared this video 105 times. Dennis from Ghana. Woo, God bless you, Dennis. I'm grateful. God honor you. Thank you for doing that. I'm really honored by all of you doing this. Right? So it's powerful that you need to know you have to be spiritual, not religious. Not religious. Not religious. Don't be religious. Some of you, we fast till you have ulcer. Who sent you a job? Who sent you a message? Who sent you a message? Right? Who sent you a message? The people have died. They say, I'm fasting. And you know you have ulcer. Oh yeah, who sent you? Let me tell you this. Most of you watching me here, I've never fasted like I've done. I grew up in a fasting home. When you offend my father, your punishment is either 3-day fasting or 7-day fasting or dry fasting of 1 day or 3 days or 7 days. And I've done all. But maybe I've not done 7 days dry. Okay? But I've done all manner of fastings. 40-day fasting I've done. 3-day dry fasting I've done. There are few mountains in Nigeria I've not gone to pray. So please, guys, don't twist my words. Because if you don't know where I'm coming from, okay, you will think that I'm against you being spiritual. I'm just saying there's a thin line between religion and spirituality. right? There's a thin line. I did those things at the phase of my life. My body could take it, right? Now I ain't going to tell you I'm going to do 3-day dry fasting. I'm not going to do it, right? Do I still fast? Yes, I do. Okay, but I do it the right way. God has helped me. I don't have any medical condition. But if you have a medical condition, please, you can fast water. You can choose not to take water, right? You can fast till 12. Just don't be religious. Be spiritual. Two different things. And if you're spiritual, you hear God. And the job of your spiritual mentor is to confirm what God has said to you, what God has put in your spirit. Not to be jumping. How will I know you are not spiritual? You are jumping from one prophet to the other. All the prophets in Nigeria, you know them. Right? If you are always afraid of fake prophecy, you are not spiritual. You are not. Everybody that knows me, know. The day you have bad dream about me, go and pray by yourself. Don't tell me. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. But the day you have dream that I got a $100 billion, contract or business, or our company did that, then hey, come and tell me that one, because that is in line with what God has already told me. That in my lifetime we'll do billions of dollars. It's in line. When I say, sir, I saw a dream. You had an accident. Don't travel, sir. If you bring that near me, you will hate me for the rest of your life. They don't bring such near me. I mean, like I said, my parents was white garment church. They always have prophets coming to their house. My father himself is a prophet. When those prophets come to our house, they know me. When they want to start their vision, when I look at them, they know they can't see a vision near me. They just tell my parents. I'm talking about growing up as a teenager. When they look at me, they know this guy. They just say, my success today has been prophesied since I was a baby. True story. They just say, pray for him that he fulfills his destiny. But this guy, he was going to be very famous. He's going to be very wealthy. Right? But they know me. Because you can't just come and with a year vision. Me, say, if I did hear God, I started hearing God at the age of 14. I heard God. God, I hear him. You now come and see your year vision near me. Don't bring that. Be spiritual. If you really want to go for it. Because there's certain, and everybody is at some point. I don't know how true, but I heard, I'm going to ask Alaji when I meet him. I heard Alaji Dangote has 1,000 affairs that do yalla on Dangote business. Everybody is using something. If you don't use something, they will use it for something. You better be spiritual. You better have a discerning spirit. You better learn to see. And it's important. Because if you're not spiritual, you ain't gonna... Listen, if you don't have a lion heart, you won't have a lion share. You know what it takes to run real estate business in Africa? It's not beans. I go to places, they put all manner of rituals. And I tell them, you and your ritual, you enter ground where me, I'm coming from. Okay? Because me, I was well cooked. I was well cooked for what I am doing today. Be spiritual. Because if you're not spiritual, you're just going to be a victim of a wicked world. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type, I'm learning. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're learning, type, I'm learning. Guys, talk to me, guys. If you're learning, type, I'm learning. So yeah, if you don't use something, they will use it for something. Every man is using something. I remember a lady was telling me a story yesterday of how, they had an issue. She was working for some politicians. And then they started clashing, shooting guns everywhere. And that, in fact, the one that was Muslim, so I said, Ya Allah. And that she will never forget it. One of them, she was shocked. Before he removed something they call bante in Yoruba land, started weaving the thing. She was like, everybody is using something. That she too. Was that day she knew the importance of Jesus. Hey, Jesus, Lord. In fact, she spoke in tongues that day. I'm just she has not spoken in tongues in a long while. But that day, she too used her chocolate that she has not used all this one. Learn to be spiritual, right? Because if you fail in the days of adversity, your strength is little. Be spiritual, right? What we mean by religion is when you are doing things monotonously, right? Because they say we should fast, we are fasting. Why are we fasting? You don't know. What's the purpose of fasting? You don't know. Even prayer while you are fasting, you are not praying. You are still gossiping about people. You are still doing hating, keeping malice, yet you say you are fasting. And you want God to hear your prayers. And you remember our Lord's Prayer, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who trespass against us. So you break all the rules and then you do the activity. And activity is not equal productivity. Okay? If you're learning again, type, I'm learning, I'm learning, I'm learning. Share this video, everybody. Come on. Share this video 20 times or 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. For those of you just joining us, I'm Dr. Stephen Akinta, Africa's most sought-after investment coach, serial entrepreneur, and this is a series I'm running called the Billionaire Habits. Okay? The Billionaire Habits is a series I'm running. This is episode 7. Okay? But how many of you are enjoying this? If you're enjoying it, type I'm enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, type I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. Are you ready for number 6? Number 6. If you're ready for number 6, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Number 6. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Associating with colleagues that are billionaires too. And I think this is one of the biggest mistakes some people make when they start making money. Okay? The biggest mistake a lot of people make when they start making money is not surrounding themselves with people who are making money. There's something we practice in Africa. I've always said this again. We practice what we call community impoverishment. Community impoverishment, where we make sure if one of us is rising, we come together and make the person poor. Collectively make the person poor. And it's what we do in Africa. That's why you see a lot of people who start making a little change in Africa don't want any family member to know that they are doing well. Because they understand how we do this. And until we change that attitude, we're not going to see successful people. We're not going to see successful people. So many of you, the day you make your first 1 million, if all your friends are still poor people, you're going to lose all that entire 1 million. You never make it back. But once you make your first 1 million, vow to start surrounding yourself with millionaires. And that's how you change your life. Because what you don't know, and this is what most people don't know, billionaires keep their money close to themselves. They make sure their money is circulating around. They make sure their money is moving within the same circle. If you study the Jewish code, it's one of the powerful secrets of the Jews, right? There is a powerful code they use, which is that no Jew must buy from a non-Jew what a Jewish man sells. So if a Jewish man is selling, let's say, a phone, all the Jewish guy in that community are only going to be buying their phones from that Jewish guy. That way, all their money is retaining and remaining among the Jew guys. That's why the American Jews are the richest in the world. They are some of the most successful in the world. It's because of the same principle. In fact, it has been discovered that the top 100 billionaires in America are either Jews or have from a Jewish descendant. Their wife is a Jew, their mother is a Jew, or their father is a Jew, or their great-grandparents is a Jew. There's that Jewish thing there. Because the code they practice. So the same thing billionaires do. You can call it the billionaire code. Billionaires patronize each other. All right? Let me give you an example. From my research that I've done, many of you may not know, Dangote is building the largest refinery in the world, single-chain refinery in the world. A lot of the stuff he's doing, the person helping him supervise it and look after it is by the name Femi Otedola. Because Otedola has a background in diesel and understand the oil and gas industry very well. So a lot of what he's doing. So I mean, again, I don't have the details, the record, but I can assure you there's a whole lot of that project that is handled by Otedola, who is also a billionaire. The question will now be why, by the way, this one I know, A lot of the project happening in that Dangote refineries, a lot of the contract were given to billionaires. Question is why? Why will the contract be given to a billionaire? Number one, is another billionaire that has the capacity to handle $1 billion or $1 billion project. It takes another billionaire to handle such a project. Number two, it takes a billionaire not to run away with billions because he already has it, right? This is just another extra one. You give some poor people that kind of money, they're going to find a way to Togo, to Seme, and before you know it, you never see them again. They've disappeared. Yoruba say, right? So it works that way. So you are able to give another. So when you then become a billionaire, and you do not quickly enter the circle of billionaires so that they too start giving you jobs, you too give them jobs. Everybody is exchanging money amongst themselves. You retain that billion. When you become a millionaire, you do not start partnering with millionaires so that you both exchange million naira projects amongst yourself and you retain that status. Now you are in trouble. This is how many people fail and fall. The billionaire code. Are you learning, guys? If you are learning, type I'm learning. Talk to me, guys. If you're learning, type I'm learning. I'm going to be taking some questions very soon. So, billionaires multiply their money by associating themselves with other billionaires because those other billionaires have billion naira project to give to them. Let me give you a typical example. I once hosted a friend of mine who is a billionaire one January in my house, and then was talking, said, good news. I was even about to start complaining that the January was bad. He said, good news, we just got 2 projects. So one was 4.3 billion. The other is 3.4 billion. And he just started mentioning this billion. If I had to swallow what I wanted to say, because I wanted to say, how many of you remember that we always complain that January things are tough? Because it was January, right? So I was almost saying, January, things are a bit tough when he started saying things were working for him. But I will never forget this story. I'll never forget. Immediately he started reading out that he needed somebody to do this, somebody to do this. And some of those projects that he was needing were also in billions. Unfortunately, in fact, I learned from that day. Because unfortunately, as at that day, I didn't have the capacity to handle some of those projects he had. So imagine if I were to have been able to execute some of those projects, at least out of the over 7 billion he got that month, maybe give me, even if it's 500 million or 1 billion worth of those projects, I will have made, you see how money begin to move, how I will have also multiplied my money just because my friend is a billionaire. That's how billionaires do it. The money just keeps circulating amongst each other. They have a project, you look, that's how they do it. They do it. Okay? It's powerful principles, and if you don't learn it, you're on your own. Number 7. And this one is a powerful one. Number 7. Everybody type honor. Everybody type honor. I've already said it, this is a book, right? So it's a book. You guys are just privileged to learn it ahead of when it comes out. And you must make sure you buy a copy of it when it's eventually. We're transcribing every session, turning it to a book. And it's just going to be powerful. The next is honor. I'm still going to be teaching this on my next class, which is going to be the Billionaire Code, okay, or Billionaire Protocol. Another word for it, Billionaire Code and Protocol is the next session. So don't miss the next class. I don't know whether I will have time to do it tomorrow or I have time to do it on Sunday or Monday, but I will do it between now and Monday. But watch out for it. Invite your friends and make sure they don't miss it. It's going to be called, the next class is going to be Billionaire Code and Billionaire Protocol, right? So how do you assess billionaires? What are the protocols and all of that, right? So the next and last topic for today, right, is honor. How do billionaires multiply their money? They do that by honoring people who have added value to their life. So I learned about this some years ago, just a few years ago, from another mentor about the power of honor. And it's been one of the biggest secrets of my life today. Power of honor. When I want to tap into somebody, what somebody carries, I go and show some honor. How do I show the honor? Right? I give them a gift that, signifies how much they mean to me and how I respect them and how important they are to me. I go give them a gift. I honor them with a gift. Honor is not integrity. I used to think honor is integrity. No. Honor is appreciation. Honor is gratitude. Honor is celebration. Okay? Honor is appreciation. Honor is just treating somebody with respect. Now, this is one of the powerful things I realized about billionaires. Virtually all the billionaires that I have met in my life, they honor each other. Yes, they do. They honor each other. They honor each other. There's mutual respect. You see, all this arrogance that, people play, they don't do it. I'm talking of that they are close, or I'm not talking of I'm a billionaire, you're a billionaire, we don't know each other. That's a different case. But people, and I see this happen a lot among poor people. Poor people disrespect themselves the most. If you see, the person who treats the other person poorly the most is a poor man. It's a poor man. It's a poor man that treats another poor man in a very despicable way. It's another poor man. A lot of times I laugh when I see how people hate rich people. A rich man is not your problem. It's not your problem. When a rich man is passing, okay, and his police escort or military escort begin to beat poor people on the street. Now the question is that policeman a rich man? Is that military escort a rich man? Is he not a poor man? So even if the rich man is carrying said, go and beat them, shouldn't he say, these are my colleagues, we are poor people together, I shouldn't treat them anyhow? No. The way a poor man treats another poor man is ridiculous. Yeah? There's no form of dignity. No form of dignity. A young man, and I'm not encouraging stealing. Stealing is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Right? I've had people steal in my establishment. I call the police. They investigate. Right? With dignity. Once I had an experience where somebody did a kickback. Remember, the HR said they're going to involve the police. I said, go ahead, involve them, but they must not detain him illegally. I don't support that. Right? He must be treated right. He should go and explain what happened, but with dignity. Okay? With dignity. Right? Except, of course, if it's a pure case of it's confirmed there's CCTV camera, is a criminal, right? But when we have not confirmed something is an allegation, you do it with dignity. You treat people with dignity, right? And it's important because I see people do that, and that's why you will now be looking at life and you say, oh, poor people treat themselves and treat each other with so much. No. It doesn't make any sense. Honor, lend honor. The people who don't know what honor is poor people. How many of you know that many poor friends do not even know how to thank their other friends very well when they help them, when they do something for them? They don't even know how to do proper great gratitude, proper I'm grateful, proper thank you, proper oh wow. I remember taking some of my friends to Dubai, and some friends, not really friends, people who work for our companies. Some were marketers who sold for our companies, some were staff. with some were consultant. Now, let me tell you this. The one who honored me the most was the richest of every one of them. Over 30 people, right? It was one of those sent to Dubai. He bought a particular, and I don't wear designer clothes or shoes. You never see me wear designers except they gave me as a gift and I have no choice then. He bought a particular, is it Versace or something shoe, right? He said, I cannot come. You brought me to Dubai with your money. I cannot come without coming with a gift. Many others never thought of it. There was another one who did a portrait, right? That is called honor. That's called honor. That's power of honor. That's honor. You can say, I'm still remembering now. But many people say, no, he's a rich man now. He's a rich man. What will I buy him that he doesn't need? No, don't do that. Rich men have learned to honor each other. Okay? They've learned to honor each other. They've learned to honor each other. That sometimes I want to honor somebody. I will just ask my people to buy a cow and take it to the person's house. A whole cow. It's not Christmas. It's not New Year. It's not anything. A whole cow. By the time the thing enters his compound, he will call me. Wow, thank you. And you know the funny thing again? Such people will be so grateful, yet they can buy 200 cows without even thinking twice. But you give a poor man a gift, he will even be looking at it again. He will look at it with a second eye. I remember having some experience. I went to buy, so I missed my flight coming to this Abuja. And because, again, anytime I travel out, I always forget that Nigeria protocol is different. So I got to the airport on time, way over 30 minutes ahead of time. But there was a queue. I didn't know that I was supposed to jump queue and say my flight is on now. I had even printed my boarding pass, so it wasn't as if I was trying to print anything. But, internationally, I've been used to, you go anywhere in the world, you don't jump queue, you queue proper. Right? I didn't know this queue was going to take forever. By the time I got in, it was still 15 minutes to the flight, but they said, no, they can't allow me board, right? So it was when I now explained to them, I came, I said, you will have jumped. Just tell them your flight is on boarding already. They will have just allow you to come. I said, well, these are some of, I'm back to Nigeria where things don't work normal, right? The normal thing, when you are normal, you become abnormal. When you do things the normal way, you are recognized and seen as the abnormal person. So I had to go get another ticket. So I went with my guys, and so we went to Dana. I was one of these airlines. So I met the lady. What's the business class? She told me maybe 100 and something, or some. I can't remember the exact figure. So I said, okay, can I get one? She now said, oh, I've been able to use a discount code. You have 10,000 Naira discount on it. I said, but Oga, you know how they do, Oga? And I smiled. So she gave me there are like 3 places you will still go before they now give you your ticket. I didn't even have cash on me, so I had to tell one of my staff to go, use the ATM just because of this lady. So I now said you should give her 2,000 Naira. So I had gone to the restroom. When I came back, I just wanted to confirm. I said, hope my guys saw you. I said, God, but now 2,000. No. I was like, I just shook my head and walked away. It was when I was walking away, she now said, thank you. Now 2,000. The code is normal code you are supposed to use for every customer. That you use the code for me doesn't mean I owe you. I just patronize your company. Right? I bought a business class ticket. Right? I don't owe you anything. That you use a code to make sure I got 10,000 at discount doesn't mean anything. But again, I thanked you, asked them to give you 2,000, and now you are saying that out of 10,000, I give you 2,000. And like, is it a bribe? But this is part of validating what I'm saying. Most poor people don't understand the principle of honor. There is a way that lady will have honored me, that I will have asked for a number, and anytime I'm needing to book ticket, I will have to go through her. Most likely, she will have been richer. I've met several people who are rich, who have done millions through those kind of things, right? But such people understand honor. They understand how to, even me, I didn't know this many years ago. Today now, even when my staff send me something, I remember when I came back, one of my staff bought me a palm slippers. The day I wore the slippers, I took a picture of that slipper and I sent it to my staff, yes, that I pay salary to. I'm the one that paid the salary of the staff. But that she took out of her salary to buy her boss a shoe, I should be grateful. It's not right. She doesn't owe me a shoe. She doesn't owe me anything. Right? She did her job and she got paid because she did her job well. But she bought me a shoe. I took a picture of the shoe and I still sent it to her. I said, I just wore your shoe. Thank you. I'm grateful. God bless you. Right? She said, wow, thank you for liking it. Right? Power of honor. Honor is thanking people, appreciating people, making people feel good, acknowledging the gift, the strength, the who they are, focusing on their energy, their strength, than their weaknesses. Same thing I had to do for my wife on her birthday. I don't cook in my house. We have nanny, we have chef, right? But it was her birthday, so I did some surprise cooking. You could see my wife jumping. I knew she was happy that day. You know, and she always enjoyed my food anyway. She was happy, but that's called honor. I honor my children, right? I honor my children. You honor people. You can't say you love people and you don't honor them. And one of the proof of honor is that you're going to use gift. You see, you can give without loving, but you can't love without giving. You cannot love without giving. So when I look at people, some people come here, they don't know I take 1 hour, 2 hours to train you. I don't owe you training. You didn't pay for the training, right? And before you know, some are demanding. Some are saying, why are you touching your nose? Some are saying, why are you doing this? I don't owe you anything, right? I don't owe you. So if somebody comes here every day and teaches you what has worked for him, some will even come here and say, are you sure he's a billionaire? Bros, let's even assume I'm not a billionaire. As long as what I'm saying makes sense, you should be grateful. And the first thing you should say is not, is he a billionaire? Is what he's saying making sense? That should be what you should ask. Not, is he a billionaire? Is it true? Who know him? That's what poor people do. And that's why they remain poor. They do not understand the concept of honor. They don't understand how to respect people. Part of it is honor, respect. That's why, how many of you have ever experienced a VIP service before? In a VIP service, it's honor that they trade there. That's all the difference between first class and business class is honor. You honor me enough to give me more space. You come and check on me often. I can demand for food at any time. In economy, there's a time for food. You can't overask. So the difference between business class and economy is honor. The difference between business class and first class is higher honor. At the first class, almost as if one person is attached to you through the flight. Anything you want, they do. Okay? Anything you want, they do. Anything. It's honor. So people don't know the secret to becoming richer is honor. It's honor. Because even the people who give you more money need to be honored in a special way. That's the secret. Today now I went to, because we did allocation on one of our estates here in Abuja. You know, so I wasn't even supposed to be there, just because the team came from Lagos and they did their job very well. I was watching itself. But I wanted to see one or two things because we're trying to buy some more land behind that area. So while I was coming, they were done. Many of those who came for the event. So I saw that they were coming. Again, understanding honor. Some of them market our company. So I told my driver to wind down. So while they were going, I was just waving to greet them for coming. You see, you honor. Guess what happened? They doubled the honor. The first car that saw me waving just turned back. Okay? As the ones in front saw that the first one turned back, they knew I was the one. All of them turned. So I got to the front of the estate. I said, what happened? They just said, no, Odogu has come. We must honor you, sir. And, you know, and because they did that, I spent another 30 minutes teaching them certain things, encouraging them. You see, that's how you get richer. Somebody will pick something I said that tonight with them, and that will probably change the person's life. Honor. Honor. Rich people, that's their secret. Honor. All these people who say they are rich men, they know they go anybody's work. A rich man will come to your house. You don't understand how wealthy people behave, Sha. You just don't understand. You just don't understand. Power of honor. Power of honor. They will do anything for those they honor, but they don't do it for everybody. There are certain people that do not need 78 hours to access me. They do not, because they have built that relationship. They've honored me. They've honored me. Right? Out of my busy schedule, I know somebody who, one of my mentees, always honoring me. Right? They just had their first baby and they lost the baby. All through yesterday was for them. All through yesterday, I left Transcorp Hilton, went to their house. They're not as, nearly wealthy as I am. Went to their house, sat in their house, took the husband and the wife out, went to play golf, encouraged them, got food, because these people honor me, right? So you need to understand the honor mentality. You want to be richer, learn the principle of honor. Use it, practice it. Some of you say, my Oga doesn't like you, doesn't like me. It's because you don't know how to honor your Oga. There's a way you honor your Oga. He can't sleep at night but to promote you. He cannot but promote you. There's a way you honor him. There's a way you honor. Some of you say, my husband is the devil. You don't understand who my husband is. He's devil raised to power 20. You've not honored your husband. The Bible says Sarah, so honor her husband. She called him Lord. You know what it means to say Lord Abraham? Your wife calling you Lord. He said that Sarah does not give anything to Abraham on her feet. She kneels down to give him. Honor. Honor. Little wonder why the man had to take her permission. In fact, she was the one that forced him. Little wonder she didn't have a child for him. He didn't care, except fighting God. Did you ever hear that Abraham blamed Sarah for not having a baby? Never. Did you ever hear that? He never. If it wasn't Sarah that forced him to sleep with her maid to have another child, he was always facing God because she honored him. So, some of you say, my wife is the devil. She's so rude as hell. Honor your wife. There are certain things you do for people that even if they are demons, the good part of them will come out. Right? Even if they are devils, there's a way. You know Agberu, all these Agberu. There's a way you treat an Agberu. Toile baba, toile, sure, baba like, toile, alai baba, the Agberu, she like question, and then he becomes like a toy. Right? There are ways. Honor. Just understand it. How to honor people. There's a dimension of them that comes out. There's a dimension of them that is just so sweet. You can bring out the sweetest part of anybody if you understand how to honor them. Okay? So, if you want to come out of poverty, if you want to multiply your money, honor, 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 honor. The more you honor, the more they appreciate you, the more they give all that they have. That's the secret, guys. That's the secret. I met one man some time ago, and I knew we needed this person. Okay, I knew we needed this person. So I remember when he said he was coming to Lagos, I said, sir, your hotel bill, everything on me. Right? Everything on me. All through he stayed in Lagos, I paid all the bills. He chose the hotel he was comfortable with, and I paid. Right? You honor people. Now, this man, I'm not going to mention, in his field, he was number one in this country before he retired. Number one. Today now, he's the one that calls me, send me texts, say, oh, I'm busy. I know you are busy. Please call me when you have a chance. When you honor people, those that people bow for, we bow for you. Just understand it. I don't know if you have gotten value today. You got value, type, I got value, I got value, I got value, I learned something. And then can we now practice the honor? Show me some love now. Because that's what it means, right? You know, take your time, write some word, write how this session has impacted you. Part of honor is you must learn how to write. Some people, the way you honor them is to write letter, as if you are writing a love letter to your wife. When you scribble the thing, it's the way you write the thing. The thing hit them. That, this is deep. This one is deep. Okay, that's how it's done. That's how it's done. So, any question, guys? Any question as we wrap up? Okay, questions. Don't forget to keep sharing this video across all social media platforms. Please share. Let's remember we have a goal. We're raising 10 million millionaires all over the world. Now, two things I recommended the last time. I'm still going to extend that offer that I gave the last time. Number one is Stephen Akhtar University, right? If you want to be mentored by me, the first phase of my mentorship is at the Stephen Akhtar University. I've just pinned it. Just go to www.stephenakhtar.university. However, the university costs $247 to access every month. But I did a promo. Some people begged me to extend it. So I've decided to extend it today. So use promo code SAU47, right? So it costs $247 every month to be in that university. Is the way to be mentored by me. All my video, all my teachings are there. You get certificate for them. And this is how you can evolve, right? So today you are getting $200 discount for the first 10 people to sign up today. The first 10 people to sign up today, you get $200 discount. So instead of paying $247, you pay just $47. And you have access to over 100 courses: e-commerce business, real estate business, cryptocurrency, forex business, name it. You have access to those businesses. You learn it, you write exam, and you even get a certificate for it, right? And you can practice what you've learned in that university to turn your life around. Some of you are happy about the $200 discount. Type thank you for the $200 discount. Okay, come on, show some honor. So go right now before it's finished. We have over 500 people watching live, and we only have 10 people. The first 10 people to go sign up, www.stephenakhtaruniversity.com. You use that promo code. The promo code is SAU47. That's the promo code. SAU47. That's the promo code that you need to use. Okay. The second thing I will recommend for all of you, and that's very important, is any one of you want to invest in real estate in Nigeria and you have at least between 2 million and 50 million, right? We have several properties you can invest in and make good money. Years from now, the value of those properties will be so much, much more. So please, only those who can afford that. Now, we also sell properties in Dubai. So if you don't want Nigerian property, you can invest in our property in Dubai. However, the least cost of the property we sell in Dubai is $200,000, and you need to deposit minimum of 20%, so which is $40,000. So you can only chat me on WhatsApp if you either want to invest in our Nigerian property or Dubai property. Okay, so please don't chat this number if it's not like you have something tangible to do. Now, if you want to reach me, you want to book an appointment, you can reach through my PA. She handles all my itinerary. Okay, so, and that's the best way to get me. But anytime you're chatting me up, right, even if you want to join mentorship program, it's through my PA. The only time you can chat me direct is either you want to invest in a real estate property in Dubai or Nigeria. So I've pasted the number, I'm pinning it, +1 8577 015527. That's the WhatsApp number. Don't call, I don't do phone calls. Chat me on WhatsApp and I'll respond immediately. Please go straight to the point, your name, full name. And, oh, I'm interested, I have 10 million and I want to buy property, or I have 5 million and I want to buy a Nigerian property, or I have $40,000, I'm interested in your Dubai property, then I'll give you detail, or link you with the people who will give you all the details that you need. Okay, so go straight to the point. Don't do hello, hi, how are you, where are you coming from? I don't do all those things. Somebody was still doing that this morning. I just ignored him. Sometimes I will even block you. Right? How's family? You don't know my family. Go straight to the point, right? You know, what exactly do you need? I don't have time. Time is money. What God gave us is time. The way we manage that time determines how rich we are. We must learn to value time. We must learn to respect time. So don't chat people up and waste their time. Hello, hi, where are you? Don't do that. Go straight. My name is so. I'm in need of so. I want to do so. You go straight to the point, right? We'll learn that under the Billionaire Code, the protocol. Don't waste time. The book will be announced very soon once it's available. You're welcome. For all of you, I've seen a lot of you are thanking me. You're all welcome. You're welcome. Someone said, wow, I stumbled into this session. And all I can say is, wow, super packed with so much wisdom. Thank you, sir, for giving so much. God bless you. Amen. Thank you all. I appreciate you guys for thanking me. I can't read all your thanks, but I can see many of them. Frederick Barr says, this is big difference between human being and being human. God bless you. Having the knowledge of the scripture does not make you know the mind of God. Life is spiritual. Thank you. Babatunde says, how can I be your real estate consultant? You can sign up www.portal.gtexhomes.com www.portal.gtexhomes.com. You can sign up to market our properties and you get 10% commission. It depends. Some are lower than that. How can I be? Okay, I've answered that. Rewind says, when is your book coming out? Very soon, no date yet. Blessing Obi says, how long is your mentorship program? Well, it depends. So call the office. We have different types. The number again is +1 8577 015527. I've pinned it also. +1 8577 015527. Please only chat if you are interested in investing in real estate. If you want to reach my office, you want to join coaching, all this go through my PA +234 8188 111 That's the office line. Okay, they will attend to you, answer all the questions. I only deal with those who want to go into real estate or invest in real estate. Afolabi says, sir, please find a way to accommodate young who have less than $100. Well, I've just told you now. I've given a discount of $200. Okay, what else will I do? I started business as a student like you. Stop giving all these excuses. It's about your priority, bro. Right? An average lady's hair is more than $200. Stop giving all those nonsense. And life is in phases, man. I have somebody I just told you now. I'm paying the person $50,000. But I started by buying his books because I couldn't afford his coaching. But the same who couldn't afford years ago and was humble enough to start with his books, I'm able to pay the same person $50,000 today. This thing is in phases. So stop giving these excuses, complain. And we are students, we are young, we are young. Have I not tried? What I've just taught you now is more than a book. It's more than $500. Okay? Again, you see what I'm talking about, honor? It's just sometimes a thing that is hard, and you have to learn it. Right? The people I told you I honor, you think I don't have what I want to ask from them? But I understand the dynamics. Thank the one they've done. Appreciate what has been done. Not, can you do more? There's a reason why the Bible says, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his court with praise. It's my secret with God. No matter the challenges I'm facing, I start by thanking God. No matter. Because I understand the principle. That's the protocol. Enter his gate with thanksgiving. Somebody has died. Enter his gate with thanksgiving. You lost your job. Enter his gate with thanksgiving. You are sick. Enter his gate with thanksgiving. Right? So that is the protocol. It's the protocol of honor. That's where you start from. Falabi says, please find... okay, I've answered the architect. Wambueze says, my question is, number one, being an introvert, can it reduce one's chance of being a billionaire? What's the difference between integrity and being loyal? Well, number one, being an introvert does not stop your chance of being a billionaire. Dangote is an introvert and he's the richest black man. Okay, so that has nothing to do, don't allow that to give you low self-esteem. Absolutely nothing to do. What determines your being a billionaire is what you know and how you execute what you know. You knowing what billionaires do and doing what they do is what makes you a billionaire, not introvert or extrovert. Sometimes talking too much is even the problem of building wealth. What's the difference between being integrity and being loyal? Integrity simply means that your A is A, your B is B, and if your A changes from A, you communicate it. If your B changes from B, you communicate it. That's integrity. Being loyal simply means you are faithful, right? You're committed. You are going to honor the person. You're not going to, it's even similar to integrity. You're not going to celebrate somebody in his presence and his absence, you say, stupid man, yeah, man. You're not going to look at somebody now and say, thank you, and then when he turns his back, you say, don't mind him. Somebody did it to me. I used to pastor a little chapel, and I went to pray for this woman. She had an accident or something. I was going home. It was early in the morning. She was doing like this to me because I had lost, my business was challenged. I didn't have an office, and I came to pray for her very early in the morning. She probably was mocking me that I was jobless. But today the story has changed. Anyway, but I did that for God, not for her. But that person is not loyal, right? Because when I came, she thanked me. She expressed she was grateful I came to pray. She even mentioned it, that I came to pray, right? Only for me to turn. So something happened, I just turned back. I saw her doing like that. That's not being loyal. So being loyal just means that you are sincere, you genuinely care, you are faithful, you're not going to backstab the person, right? You're going to do things in the interest of the person, yeah. So, let me see. Thank you, guys. I can see all of you thanking me, right? Omolara, Frederick, everybody, Jerry, I can't mention all of you, but thank you for thanking me. I'm grateful for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Ruwan says, I cannot wait to have your book. I don't have your coaching fee for now, but looking very soon. Why not just start with the books? I've written 35 books. They're all on Amazon. They're also on steveactel.com. So go to steveactel.com and start buying the books. Blessing Abba says, I appreciate the fact that I learned spiritual dimension to wealth. More grace. You're welcome. Adedotun says, once again, I'm sorry for bumping into your platform with my property. Thanks for your understanding. You're welcome. Mercy Ubuako says, how much is the Naira one, and how do I pay? Naira one. I don't understand what you mean. Naira what? My coaching is in dollars, and you can always use Naira card. And you can always go and Google what's the cost in in Naira now. Go on Google. Google is your friend. Or just go to the place, put in your card. It's going to tell you how much it is in Naira before it charges you. Dozie says, thank you. I just came across you by chance. Honest talk, but very bitter. Thanks from UK. Absolutely. The truth is bitter, my brother. Godwin says communication is also important. Absolutely. That's integrity. Your A is A, your B is B, and if your A changes, you communicate it. That's integrity. Martha says, thank you. God bless you for your time and honoring us with insight. You're welcome. Where do I register the code? Once you visit the website, okay, and you click on buying, where you are putting your card, you see where to ask for your code. John says, I really enjoyed the lecture. I'd like to chat you about a very good business. I'm not interested, please. Don't chat me about a very good business. I'm not in charge of business expansion in our company, right? You could look for, Jeremiah, who is the director of subsidiaries. That's the person you want to talk to. Don't add that to my burden. I have a lot on my head already. I can tell one person says, thank you. Kemi says, sir, how can you handle somebody you honor and then take you for granted? You know, well, what kind of people are you also honoring, by the way? Right? What kind of people are you honoring? And honoring is not stupidity, right? Who are those you're honoring in the first place? And like I said, sometimes you do some of these things for God, not for man. How do I get your CD? Go to the Steve Hector University. All my videos are all in Steve Hector University. That's how you get them. Okay? That's why you sign up to Steve Hector University. All my videos are there. They've been turned to courses that you write. You even write exam, you listen. It's just a fantastic platform. You want to visit Steve Hector University. First 10, get $200 discount. I want to thank everybody who has watched this, who have been part of today's class. Thank you. Visit the YouTube channel for all the previous episodes. Subscribe on YouTube at Stephen Akitayo TV. Make sure you subscribe so that anytime I have a video, YouTube will tell you I'm live and they'll give all the details. So go to YouTube at Stephen Akitayo TV on YouTube. Subscribe, and you can start watching several life-changing videos, materials that will change your life forever. I can assure you that one. Okay? That will change your life forever. At Stephen Akitayo, okay, TV, at Stephen Akitayo TV on YouTube. I love you all, and I want to thank you so sincerely for listening. God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody. Somebody's asking, who do we talk to about GVest? Just go to gvest.ng, right? You go to gvest.ng, you see the number to talk to. They are also available on WhatsApp, so they will attend to you. www.gvest.ng. You go there. Yes, go to the website, www.gvest.ng. There, you will see once you go to that site, you see the number you can call. So for those of you who want to do cash investment with GVest, www.gvest.ng. Go to that website and you will see the number. They're there. I've just pinned it, www.gvest.ng. Love you all. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Load. Don't forget, go subscribe to the YouTube now. Go to the YouTube now. Love you. Good night.